Hi Virgo, thank you so much for dropping by. Please do like, share, and subscribe. I always appreciate all of you here. For those who are new, welcome. For those who have been all the while supporting me, I thank all of you so much. So Virgo, let's see what the cards have for you. Virgo. Messages Virgo needs at this current moment. We have the Six of Wands in reverse. Six of Wands. There's some form of recognition and accomplishment that you were looking for, envisioned, but it has been delayed or seem unattainable. You have a goal firmly in your mind, a target, a bullseye. However, taking that first shot of an arrow is an issue, and whether that shot of an arrow lands directly at the bullseye is of another question. You try hard for the impossible, and you may think that what you want is the impossible, but you're not fretting it. You know that you can attain it. However, it is sort of delayed or may not be exactly like what you wanted. I'm also hearing for those who have envisioned a future or envision an outcome with someone in terms of relationship, it didn't really work out as you hoped for. A partnership or an investment at work and career that you have put so much effort in did not materialize as you envisioned it. This is also after some amount of strife and hard work that you've put into it. You're waiting for that outcome, but it could be a little bit delayed. This outcome was supposed to be a full bloom, a big revelation and recognition, something that would have given you security and that financial freedom that you wanted, to be able to be independent, to buy whatever you want and to be comfortable in. There's some form of dream like air, flight and fly sort of feeling. You're having some form of dreams of floating, flying in the air. I can't help but notice the three rather similar clouds in the distance. But it's happy, bright clouds. It does not foresee that it's going to be thunderstorms and rain. However, it's not as clear as it might should be. There are also birds hanging up here, which I'm seeing of people observing your actions and interactions, looking rather keenly on what is your next steps. They're very much focused on what you do. There are people around you who gossips about you, who look at you, or people who look up at you as some form of mentor and admiration as well. Followers, you might say, minions, mentees, Speaking of the tree clouds, you have these tree ruffles of white down here as well. Also something about purity, royalty with the purple in color, you know, and the pink or red flower, you know, fiery passion and energy, as this is the Six of Wands in reverse. Let's see more. What is blocking is the moon. There's something here at the back that you aren't aware of. May step you at the back, may pull you down with them. Be rather careful, as you may not be obtaining sufficient information as of this moment, as well as your emotions may not be as stable as you would like. It comes and goes due to the moon, the gravity of the moon pulling. The dog is howling at a distance towards the moon. The wind is blowing around you. Again, a sort of a dreamy, dreamlike situation with, you know, could be some form of nightmare, but more of a fantasy kind of situation. There is night here, if you would say, here, with the stars here, and it's reflecting towards the moon, which is the night. Thoughts weigh heavily on you, especially during the night when you're sleeping or when you're about to sleep. You're still unaware. You're not having enough information on your goal, or that your goal and ambition is masked and covered still at a distance. You feel like it's not like an illusions. It's more of that it's not attainable yet at this point of time because of some information that is lacking here as of this moment. However, I do see that you have a very faithful friend with you here who you can confide in with full loyalty and trustworthiness. However, be very careful about someone trying to pull you down with them at the back or at the shadows. The moon is also 9, which means that it's coming to a closure, it's coming to an end, or coming towards your goal. Is just that there's a little more push that's much needed here to finally end the cycle or end some form of target that you're looking for that is going to come about for you. Something will be revealed to you rather soon. Let's see more. In the past, towards the situation, you built a secure foundation, you built security, or you probably had achieved some form of achievement before that, and you came to realize that with recognition and great work, it takes an even bigger effort to maintain that recognition, admiration, or success as you have achieved in the past. The effort to maintain or to achieve similar or even better success with the recognition and admiration of the people around you, it's harder than, being mediocre and achieving something now, or achieve something that that didn't impact it people so much. The stress and the attention on you and the stress is definitely much more than before. I do see you occasionally looking back in the past and thinking about the success that you didn't even envision about getting. You didn't even not realize, like you didn't anticipate. And when you don't anticipate something, you don't expect something, and you finally get something like some form of recognition and success, it not only comes as a surprise, but it wasn't stressful. You have full liberty to do whatever you want without the expectation about or judgment about the people around you. But this time around is different because you have achieved some form of standard and success, and you have gained some form of followers, and there is some form of expectation for you to do even better than you did before. And that stress is there, and you're worried about so many things. You're worried about the perception or the expectation of your followers, whether whatever you're doing, probably you're writing a book or you're doing a project or etc etc. But to gain that same success or a better success in terms of recognition, it's harder than you did before, when you didn't have any form of expectation. Nobody knows about it, nobody knows you. And when you gain that, it yes, it was fantastic, it was phenomenal. It is something that you have accomplished in your life that you're very proud of. But to repeat that is something that is not as easy as it seems. And you do wonder, and I feel like this bird is you, these two birds here, looking at your accomplishment and thinking if you're able to achieve the same, or it's just that just another accolade in where you just put it in the past and that's it. And because of that, it gives you a lot of stress, especially when you're trying to work on your current project. This fleeting whispers of non-confident, which makes you feel not confident at all, and it kind of breaks you in a sense that it hinders ideas and creativity, imagination, due to fear of judgment and fear of expectations, if you know what I'm trying to say. And because of that, it really does hinder your current work at this current moment. Let's see more. So the outcome is like you feel like your hands are tied and controlled by this unknown followers that you have, or people who has given you the recognition in the past that is controlling you. But from what you see on the outside, what people see on the outside is you controlling them with your project, with your work, with your writings, with your creative endeavors. But it's actually the other way around. It's the people's perception and judgment, or the receptivity of your work, that is actually controlling you, not the other way around. And they are the one who determines whether you get these accolades and recognition, the awards, putting the crown on your head. It's like a puppet king, you felt like. And people may view you as the beautiful king on the outside, but in reality, your hands are controlled by all these little minions and little followers, this little chit chatters, monkey brain in your head as well. That I'm not sure if people think that my current project will be as good as before. Would they be able to see or envision my strategy, my way of writing, about what I want to portray to the world? Will the public be able to accept what I write? Is it something extraordinary or ahead of time? Will they feel like, I'm not conforming to their needs and not conforming to the society preference, and you want to do something different? And that is what I'm seeing here. And you're basing your work and creative endeavors based on people's perception. It's not something that you want to do rather freely, with freedom, with creativity, without worrying about what people think. You don't have that freedom as you did before. Yes, this is a rather clear card reading. You hope to see your work in the eyes of a child again, the wonder-like wonder, purity, not tarnished or by anything. The freedom to write or do whatever you want, to create music, create art, create a project free from judgment, free from any form of control. And it's making you very lopsided here. There is some form of obsession and control here, and it's really hindering on your project, hindering your endeavors. I can't help but notice these two cherries here. Again, this person is pretty much tied here, if you can see, and here. There's some form of puppeteering here as well. It's not dreamlike, nightmarish. This looks like a mushroom as well, and two layers here. I'm feeling like this is like eyes on the dress looking at you, and you're tight. You're restricted. It could be also a boss that is restricting your creative freedom at your work, and it is really disrupting it. These two cherries here, I'm still feeling that there's people here who supports you, and these two cherries could be people who has supported you, or is that you have the beauty of to create beautiful fruition. You have the seeds for it, or fruits, to plant a beautiful project, but you're unable to do so due to the circumstances that are surrounding you. We have 6 here as well. The Page of Pentacles. We have 4 flowers here with structure again, with the 4 of Wands. The synchronicity, it's rather clear. 4-4. You want that synchronicity again. You want that structure. You want to view the world in a childlike wonder again, with purity, freedom, like the dragonfly. The breeze in the early morning with the dew at the flower that will quench that hunger and thirst that you have to achieve freedom in carrying out your work. Let's see the advice here for you. The King of Wands. The advice here, despite it being reversed, is that you need to put your creativity forward, your fiery passion forward, as steadfast as a man who is playing the drum. When they play the drum and a marching band, it's with a tempo, and it's a sturdy, steady beat, like tap, 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 and they want you to go forward and steadily. It's not just forward, but with a steady foot, pop, 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 forward. And you can see this man wearing a ring at the thumb to be number 1. And if you see the fire here, it looks like a bird, a fiery bird, like a phoenix, a fire phoenix, widely believed by the Chinese tradition culture 2,000, 3,000 years ago. And to put your passion forward, believe in yourself with full confidence that you can do this, to put all pre-judgment behind, all the fear behind, cover yourself with fury of passion, creativity, work hard for it, put your time, energy into it, and know that you can do it. Believe in yourself, be like the king, and do not take no for an answer on things that you do not agree upon, because you're the king and you're the emperor. You're the king and the emperor. We have 4 here again. Something about structure. We have 3 4s here. Something about structure and stability, security. And you can achieve that even through your work, even through your hobby and passion. You can create the stability that you want and need in your life. Alright, so that's all I have for you. Please do like, share, and subscribe. And I look forward to see you in the next one. Love and light.